Mastermind is not a Q&A. A mastermind is a place where everyone gets to participate and help each other. So it's not just about me helping them, it's about them coming together. People making spaces of mastermind that feels like a hot seat coaching program. It's not a mastermind. A mastermind really needs to have this component of nurturing connection and making people be obliged to get together and help each other, because that's how relationships are built. And I've had multiple people inside of my mastermind in the past becoming business partners. Some of them bought real estate together. Some of them became best friends, traveled the world together, and they were in different continents. Like I've created amazing space, and I feel like this is an area of my expertise that keeps getting better and better and better year after year. I'm nailing it. I'm tooting my own horn right now, but I'm truly nailing the mastermind. And now I'm creating something completely different. Hello, Andrew Sharm here. I just finished setting up my Too Good to Be True mastermind. We did a call, and what I want to do in this video is explain how do I set up my mastermind so that it actually creates real opportunity for my client to connect and grow, and really through the power of connection. So I have a membership called The Energetic Empires that has a mastermind aspect to it. So after the Q&A, I open breakout rooms and people go in breakout rooms and connect. And normally what I do is, depending on the questions that I got, I create prompts that are on topic, and then I make them connect together. We also do specific masterminds during the year. So we did Spiritual CEO, which was a business growth and vision mastermind. And then I would teach for 10-15 minutes. And then after that, I would put people into a room, and then they had to implement right away together on whatever it is that I was explaining. So whether it's about like building an 8-figure vision, creating your marketing strategy so your audience grows and converts and get nurtured and all the things, whether it was about understanding the difference between your zone of excellence and your zone of genius, and how to create a business that actually doesn't feel like work because you're using your zone of genius, and your zone of genius does not require a lot of your energy. It's effortless to you. So all kinds of topics like this, and then they go in and talk about what I talk about. And one way that I made this even more productive is, if I'm going to talk about something that I already have a training on, I make them watch the training. Then I go deeper with them at the beginning of the call, and then I open the rooms and they can work together in the rooms. Lately, one thing that I've been doing in terms of in the breakout rooms is, instead of telling them they have a certain amount of time, is I open the breakout rooms when I'm complete, and then they can stay for as long as they want. When I see there's no one left in the breakout rooms, I close my Zoom and that's it. So this way they can really go deep, and they're not rushed because they have 10 minutes each and stuff like that. So it created the best community for me. Now I'm doing something different, and I want to explain to you what was my idea behind it. I know that in the summer, people want to enjoy their lives, so they don't want to be on mastermind calls 3 hours a week. They want to live differently. It's more about family time, adventures, travel, like you have the kids at home if you're a mom. It's not the same type of routine. So I wanted them to not feel like they have to be on calls in order to make the most of their time in my membership, but I also wanted to make sure that nothing gets dropped. We don't just stop doing calls, there's still value. So what I did is I created this new type of mastermind that I was reflecting on, that I decided to do because of the desire of helping them where they are at without needing to overwhelm people with calls. And what I did is I made them the star in the room. So we got on a call today, and what we did is I asked everyone, by the end of the summer, what do you want to have celebrated? Like, what are the milestones, the things that you want to work on? And I made a list for each participant. So they had a document with their names for each participant. And then I write their intentions of things that they want to focus on. And then after that, all the things that I know they're going to need to hear about, to learn, to do, the limiting beliefs that they might need to shift, the identity work required for this to happen, the strategy, the messaging, the mindset, all of the things. So I made a list of all the topics that I could teach on that would help them get there. The second thing that I'm doing is I'm looking at what do I already have that's already created on that topic. So I might not need to create everything brand new. I probably have a lot of things that already are set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the links or tell them where to find the trainings they have access to. And then I'm going to say, if your goal is to learn this, then I already have this available for you. So this way, I'm sure that everyone is supported. I don't have to create everything from scratch, because otherwise there's 20 plus members. So I'm going to be doing new trainings every day. The goal is I enjoy my lives too. So I make sure that what is not covered is going to be covered. So after doing, I'm looking at my phone now because I want to read. After doing the looking at all the topics and what I could teach and what I know they need to hear or understand or work on in order to get to their intentions for the summer, I created multiple training ideas. How to use low ticket one-on-one to create high ticket clients and different ways to attract potential one-on-one clients and convert them on calls without needing to do a sales calls. How to shift from logical to your heart so that you don't build your business only with your mind. Organic strategies to get more clients while staying in your feminine flow so you can fall back in love with creating connections in your audience. Structuring your schedule weekly, creating the perfect morning routine and changing it every month and why. Leadership through obstacles, how to change your archetype of always needing to survive something big in behind the scenes of your business and always needing to have a demon to slay, a dragon to slay, and actually just become someone that just has the best life and doesn't have to constantly survive the hero archetype identity. How to share vulnerable things without losing your authority online. That was something that came up for a few people in my call for my mastermind. A few people were like, I want to share more vulnerable things to connect, but I don't want people pitching me their services. So that doesn't happen to me. And I share a lot of vulnerable things. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do trainings on that, boundaries for one-on-one client. So there's a few people that wants to start doing one-on-one again, but they're afraid to feel the way they used to feel. And they didn't feel like, they felt like used, they felt like they were undercharging, and they want to make sure that they actually love working with their one-on-one, because when you have clients that you love working with, you don't feel like you're working. It's so easy. So I'm going to do trainings on how to do that and communicating it effectively and making sure the person knows what to expect so they're not disappointed, but they also know what not to do so that you don't need to constantly repeat your boundaries or wait until they cross them to mention it. How to get clarity about the type of people you want to work with, because that's also important. Like, we need to know what type of people that's better for us. If I'm not someone that likes to hold hands, I don't like telling you exactly what to do. I want you to have leadership. I want you to be able to have critical thinking. I want you to be able to come up with ideas from my ideas, not have me rule, like tell you what to do like you're a robot. Then it's important that I know this so that I don't attract the type of people that needs accountability and need someone that tells them like what to do, like I'm a trainer. That's not me. So clarity is important. Growing online when we're afraid of being visible, that's a major theme in a lot of my clients because of past trauma, because of past life trauma. Sometimes a lot of women are afraid that if they put themselves on the internet, something bad's going to happen to them, and they're so afraid they don't even have a reason sometimes to think that. Some of them do, but some of them don't, and we need to grow that visibility. And one thing that I was explaining today to my client is, when you're in a relationship that's toxic and you exit the relationship, you cannot heal the relationship wounds until you're in a new healthy relationship and you're working on yourself and you're working on healing the trauma. You're not going to be able to be in a healthy relationship unless you're in a healthy relationship doing the work. It is the same thing with visibility, with offer creation, with one-on-one coaching. If you've had a bad client experience, it's with new private clients and strong boundaries and working on your identity that you can have clients again and feel good about the clients. It's not going to happen if you're waiting to heal. That we have to stay in movement and we have to stay in the game. Of course, you don't want to overdo it and then feel like it's too much at once. It's like you're stretching. You're not necessarily working out, but you're still doing the work. So if you want to heal your visibility wounds or your trauma from working with too many one-on-one or launching the wrong thing in your business and feeling like you're in a prison, you've got to be doing it again, but doing it better and doing it with support and doing it with self-awareness in a way that's going to change the way you feel about the thing. So you want to change your relationship to the thing, not the thing itself, because the thing itself is not bad. It's how you received it in the past. That's not something that you want to experience again. So we change it by being in it. So that's something I'm going to help them with. Launch strategies for memberships and creating cash injections for self-study courses. Building a simple offer suite when you're a digital nomad, having the right system in place when you're a digital nomad, being afraid of haters and dealing with projections online, and how to become a woman that holds everything with grace, how to get clarity with your messaging and offer, how to consume less than you're creating and balance what you're creating so that you don't overwhelm yourself with things to implement, having a long-term vision with a short-term priority list. All of these things, they're all amazing ideas of topic. And what can I do with that? I can create new content with all of that. Like, I'm going to create the outlines for the trainings, and then I can create social media content for it. I can create YouTube and podcast content with it. I can create email with it. I can turn it into an evergreen offer and bundle stuff together and make money with it. So when I do a mastermind, it's not just about me making money. It's not even about that. It's truly about what do my client need and how can I help you become even more successful. And I always ask myself, how? How can I help them? What do I know it's missing for them to really have the winning recipe? So I make sure that they have all the ingredients as well as the plan. And then once I know that they're gonna get everything they need, now it's about me. It's not me at first. The first is making sure my clients got what they need. Then, once I know they got what they need, then I focus on how do I get what I want from this. So I can repurpose, I can create more revenue with it. Like there's so many ways that I can use what I've created. So it's not just a one time I did a training and then I never monetize it, or I did a training and it's not doing anything for me once it's done. I think about ways that I'm going to use it in my own brand, in my own business, in my own programs as bonuses to add more value to it so that it becomes even better for me. When me is second, but me is still there, it's so much fun to help my clients. It does not feel like I'm just giving, giving, giving. I'm giving what they need, and then I make something beautiful with it. It's like I plant onions and then I give them the onions, but I keep the root so I can plant it again, and then it's going to be another onion. That's how I think all the time. And that's what has helped me create a business that was scalable, a business where I'm in love with what I do, a business where there's so many resources. I don't have to create everything all the time. I got what my clients need. I got their back. I know what they need. I know what they want. I know what is next. I know how to help them. So I create everything knowing that everything is going to be alive in my brand. It's not just one-time deal. There's no booty call happening in my brand. It's always marriage, marriage, marriage. I think about long term. I think about this is going to be good for me, but this is always going to be good for me every single day moving forward. And that's how you change how you feel about helping your client, because all of a sudden, it's not just delivering the work. It's making the work so good that they got what they need and even more. And it also benefited me. So now I'm excited even more. I hope this was helpful. What I want to leave you with is if you're creating a mastermind, keep your client on top of mind. Don't think about how many clients you want. Don't think about how much money you want to make. Really think about how can I help them create the best success. For me, with this run of summer, it was they're the stars. They're choosing. I'm just helping them, but I know that they're my ideal client. So everything that I help them with is going to be helpful for other people in my world and future people in my audience. So I'm not actually just delivering to give. I'm delivering knowing that it's like a ricochet, like we say in French, a ricochet, when you throw a stone and then it bounces back. That's how I see it. So because of that, it feels so good to over deliver for my clients because it's not just about me giving. It's about me creating something that circulates. And it's never a never ending giving and receiving cycle. There's no taking and there's no throwing. It's really a receiving cycles. I give, I receive, I give, I receive, I give, I receive. And I built a business that feels too good to be true with clients that I'm obsessed with, that I could help nonstop all the time because of that. So when you're creating your own mastermind, keep your client in mind. Keep your client in mind and then ask yourself, how can this benefit me too? How can this help my brand? How can this help my content? How can I use this to create even more? What can I repurpose in this? Because some things are personal. It's not something you can do with again, but it might give you an idea for something that's more less personal and more for everyone that you can create from the same energy with the same topic in mind in the same sequence. But this time it's not about a specific person. It's about everyone that would listen to it. So I hope this was helpful and I will see you soon.